Some people would argue that a bunch of frights are no delights, though I think there are instances where that is not entirely true, as there are some cartoons perfect for the spooky semester. One modern cartoon Netflix gave us which proves my point is Dead End Paranormal Park. It was a massive hit in 2022, yet had an unfortunate fate last year, but for now, I'll see if it's mostly great thrills or lots of mid-chills. Before we take this ride, I have to put up a spoiler alert so a certain demon won't haunt me. Fasten your seatbelt, turn on your flashlight, and grab your guide, as we ought to get started pronto. Hey, I'm Owen the Fictionboy, and here's my review on Dead End Paranormal Park. Our story begins with a guy named Barney Gutman and a girl named Norma Kahn heading to Phoenix Parks as they both want the position of security guard for the amusement park. Upon arrival, they saw that there was no interview, as Courtney, a 1,000-year-old demon, had tricked the humans into competing to be Timma Lucas's body. He was about to possess Barney, but Pugsley, Barney's pug, jumped in front of them, making the dog possessed instead. After the humans have seemingly defeated Timma Lucas, Courtney gives the guard job to both Barney and Norma, with the former staying at the park as their new home. Meanwhile, Courtney saw that a part of Timma Lucas's soul was missing, and Pugsley spoke for the first time, shocking Barney. Following a zombie mascot incident, Barney tells Norma that they're transgender and that the park is their chance at a new life. Next up, we learn of the rest of the park staff and everyone's fears because of a demon named Harmony, especially knowing how mean Barney's grandma was to them and their parents didn't stand up to her, along with Norma's fear of the real world. Following that, Barney got to see their younger brother, Patrick, only for a night hag to be summoned, turning the kids into sleepless maniacs, and Courtney longed to go to her home, the underworld. Speaking of which, it was Christmas in July, and to cheer up Courtney, Barney, Norma, and Pugsley entered a game show to win a prize for her. After all the dangers they were put through, Barney even dying at one of them, not exaggerating, they got a cheap mug. Courtney loved it. Then, there was the situation of Barney being scared of riding the new Love Boat attraction with logs, and how did Norma, Courtney, and Pugsley help them? Via a more or less constant body-switching event. Norma's journey led to her figuring out the mystery of what happened to Pauline Phoenix impersonator Jennifer Swan, yet that case was in the middle of Barney seeing their parents again by having a meal at the park. The family reunion didn't go well, hence Barney being more interested in Norma's detective project, and the answers were in a TV Pugsley had enchanted. Barbara the custodian had been yearning to know who Pauline really is, yet Pauline's ghost didn't want anyone to know. Norma wanted a life as fictional characters in Pauline's shows, yet Barney convinced her that running away isn't the solution, as they learned that themselves. But after finding out Pauline accidentally died and kept possessing ladies, claiming to be the real deal and changing every time each host grew old, Pauline had Barney, Norma, and Pugsley banned from Phoenix Parks for life, and she proposed a deal with Courtney so the demon can return home. As the protagonist snuck back to the park, Pugsley casted a spell making everyone, including themselves, act as if they were in a musical, and even temporarily had Norma pose as the perfect Pauline clone, so the ghost would possess her. Nevertheless, Timma Lucas had full control over Pugsley, and his sister, Zagan, arrived to help him conquer Earth, and unlike Pauline, she actually granted Courtney access to the underworld so she could be home again. Zagan noticed that the planet made her brother soft, so she decided to rule the world herself. But with Courtney realizing what she's missing out on, she helps Tamalukas understand his fondship of humans, undoing the damage. Barney and Logs kissing, Norma and her new friend Baja hugging, and an angel had been watching the humans, who has plans for them. A bowling game goes bonkers as other demons were loose. Fingers, the hand-shaped angel, trains Pugsley into using new magic. Evil doppelgangers of Barney, Norma, and Courtney were created. Barney entering demon wrestling only for his one demon bro to be his true opponent. Barney having dinner with their family and boyfriend only for it to be full of magic mayhem. Pugsley traveling through time multiple times to avoid doom on a Ferris wheel, and that's big for Norma as she had a crush on Baja, yet her feelings weren't mutual since she's straight. Later, the staff was tasked with shutting down Zegan's birthday party, but they end up having fun, blowing the mission, and Norma quitted. Following that are 2 episodes with events happening at the same time. One with Norma needing to come out as bisexual to her mom while dealing with possessed Pauline merch, and the other where Barney died, again, with their friends trying to bring them to life, again. Fingers was the one who killed Barney, taking Pugsley to make him become the Watcher. Barney, Norma, and Courtney try to save Pugsley, having to escape prison, and in the finale, Barney tries to persuade the Watcher into being Pugsley again. Norma and Courtney lead a bold prison break, yet Fingers was furious. The 2 Pugsleys stop Fingers, yet the current Pug died in Barney's arms. And after the park was cleansed once more, Norma asked Zegan and Tamalukas in aiding to get revenge on the Angels. Pugsley is somewhat alive in the in-between, and the show ended up getting cancelled, having the show finish in a cliffhanger. Yay! I say this was a pretty great show. The animation was nice, the voice acting was solid, I liked most of the characters, there's a nice balance of humor and horror, and man, the LGBTQ rep of Barney being trans, Norma being bi, Logs being gay, there's even a couple of lesbian seniors and an NB ghost. One highlight is Baja seeing the game show and saying something literally everyone watching the series was thinking. Did Barney just straight up die? A majority of the episodes range from being good to outstanding. And can you name other times where angels are evil? And don't say Bayonetta or of a boss, because I mean like in kids media. So aside from the cancellation of the series, what areas do I not like about it? Well, Courtney ditching her friends by poofing being all like, "This is your problem, not mine," can be a bit annoying. I don't dig Baja trying to ship Norma and Zegan, the tiring trope of the idol turning out to be the villain, and Season 2 is a bit inferior to Season 1. Dead End Paranormal Park was a nice roller coaster of a cartoon with a few bumps here and there, mainly with one of them being the unfortunate ending. So here's 4.5 out of 5 stars. I'm glad the series came to life, and if you want something spooky with a tiny dose of summer, this show did its job, even if it's no Gravity Falls or The Owl House. Then again, it doesn't have to be either of those, so I recommend watching it, but maybe keep your hype at a minimum. I ain't done spooking you yet. I beg your pardon to give this video a like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. Also, comment below and follow me on Instagram for teasers and thumbnail previews of videos that are headed your way. You may not get sleep tonight-o.